This is the Dvar Malchut, a speech that the Lubavitcher Rebbe gave in 1991, and we're continuing in the same topic that the Rebbe was talking about, and that is in a very revealed way, Moshiach. And the main thing Moshiach is going to do is he's going to put the Aleph into the exile. He's going to put godliness, reveal God in the creation, so that we'll see how important and wonderful and amazing and miraculous the creation is. And that, in other words, the Mashiach is not going to change the world in any drastic way, at least not in the beginning. Eventually, there'll be the raising of the dead, which that's pretty drastic. But in the beginning, there's just going to be, the world is going to become meaningful. It'll become blessed. It'll become good. We'll see that the world is interesting. Every instant is a miracle. We'll see it. We'll feel it. Every human being is unique, right? And that we have powers to do good that we just never were aware of. That's what Mashiach is going to do. And the language the Rebbe is using to put the Aleph into the Gola. Gola is exile. And when you put an Aleph in this word Gola, which is exile, it miraculously transformed to a different word, Geula. And you didn't do anything to the original four letters. You just added an Aleph to it. And the Rebbe said this Aleph has a lot of implications, but the three that the Rebbe wants to stress are Aleph means king of the world. Aleph means teacher. That's the Torah. And Aleph is the language of Pele, miracles, the miracles of the Torah, the inside of the Torah. Okay, says the Rebbe, this is really relevant to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he passed away on the 33rd day of the counting of the Omer. 33rd day of the counting of the Omer, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai passed away. And on that day, he revealed all the deepest secrets of the Torah, the mysteries, in a book which is called the Zohar. The Zohar, one part of the Zohar, but especially the Zohar. It explains that, anyway, the Zohar he wrote when he was in the cave, but these big secrets he revealed on the last day of his life. There's Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, basically all of the secrets, the mysteries of the Torah, they call it Kabbalah, was written by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. It was brought into the world by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. There was, of course, Kabbalah was, when God gave the Torah, the first thing he revealed was Kabbalah. The first in the Torah was Anochi. I am God. Anochi, God revealed himself. That's Kabbalah. That's the secrets of the Torah. That's the inside, the soul of the Torah. And then afterwards, he revealed the revealed part of the Torah. Okay, so Rabbi Shimon, though he made this accessible to everybody. What's so important about it? The Torah without the secrets, without the inside, it's like a body without a soul. In other words, you can learn the Torah and you can understand that there was this one group in Israel, I think they're still around anyway, they gave lectures, and the lectures where they had this thing called the foolproof method or something like that, and that they could prove historically that the Torah was true and that God gave it to us. There was witnessed by 3 million people, and God took us out of Egypt, and the story has been passed down, and etc. and etc. So you can prove historically, logically, even today, sociologically, there's Jews that believe it 3,000 years ago, and they still Jews believe it, and etc. But all of that is, it's good, sociologically and philosophically and historically, and all the other proofs you want are good, but it's cold. It's not alive. It's not alive. It doesn't match, winning the lottery. You won $1,000. Oh, you're happy. No one is that happy with the Torah. There's nothing to give your life for. You're not going to give your life for history or philosophy or logic. There's something inside of the Torah, the heart of the Torah, the essence of the Torah, and that is touched upon. It's approached by these ideas of Kabbalah. That's what it's supposed to be. I know they have Kabbalah centers and stuff like that, that's not what is intentional over here. The whole purpose of Kabbalah is to encourage Jews, to do the Torah, learn the Torah, and do the commandments with love. Do the commandments, learn the Torah with love, not just have ideas in your mind that helps your personality and stuff like that. Okay, so Rebbe Shimon brought that into the world. The oneness of God. That's called dir b'tachtonim, that you feel in everything you do the mystery of it. Everything you do, you feel the wonder, the godliness in everything, and especially in the commandments. That's what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai did. And therefore, on Lag BaOmer, about 500,000 people go up there this year. I don't know what's going to be this year. I don't know what's going to be this year because they're shooting. Yesterday, they thought, my son lives up there. They shot 70 missiles. The Iranians shot. I mean, miraculously, they didn't hurt anybody. I don't think they did really even damage. How this is possible, but it didn't. And this is just crazy miracles that are going on. But like it says, you can't rely on miracles. So I don't know. They'll block off the roads. I don't know what they're going to do. But in any case, usually hundreds of thousands of people go up there, Meron, and I guarantee you that 99% of the people, they don't even know why they're going up there. They just know their heart just draws them. And every year I go up, and it's just the most amazing experience. There's no way you can explain it. The streets are packed with people, and everybody has a smile on their face. Everybody. There's totally non-religious Jews that are there. Really, non-religious Jews with earrings and things like that. You can see that the kippah that they put on their head keeps falling off. It's not there. Girls, women come there, and they're not dressed, in a religious proper way, but they're coming for Rabbi Shimon. They're coming for Rabbi Shimon, and they all have this sort of, happy, pleasant smile on their face. Everybody's happy to see everybody else, and people are pushing, and and the amazing thing is that every year there's never been, and there's like hundreds of thousands of people there. There's no way you could protect all those people. Nobody investigates who comes in, who goes out, right? They're not looking for people who have weapons, and it's just, the police have nothing what to do over there. The police are just sitting and smiling, talking to people, and it's just that there's, rarely, sometimes, some drunk guy comes and there's a trouble a little bit, but it's very, very rare, very rare. Rabbi Shimon has this effect of pleasantness, of good, because that's the secrets of the Torah. That's the soul of the Torah. It says, Darkecha darkei noam. The ways of the Torah are pleasant. They're supposed to be, right? I mean, anything can be twisted. But okay, so that's Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he's the one that's really began in a big way this drawing of the Aleph, the oneness of God, that God is the king of the universe, that God is the master of the Torah, gave the Torah, that God is the secrets of the Torah. All these three things of Aleph and Aluf Chachma and Bina and Alufo Shel Olam and Pele, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he really began this process in a big way. So that's the idea of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He drew into the whole entire world, like he said, Yochalani liftor et ha'olam. I think we have to start it. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. Yeah, okay. Rabbi Shimon joined the revealed Torah with the concealed Torah. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is mentioned many, many times in the Mishnah and in the Gemara, many times. In fact, the law is usually like Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. But in addition to that, he's the only one that he was prolific in the regular Torah, the laws of the Torah, the revealed part of the Torah, and also the secrets of the Torah. He joined these two together. We can see that in the Torah itself, he revealed the inside of the Torah in the Torah. That's the Aleph, the teaching of the Torah, and the Aleph language of miracles of the Torah. That's Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai revealed the revealed Torah and the concealed Torah together. The revealed Torah is what to do, right? The commandments, what to do. But the secrets of the Torah, also Rabbi Shimon joined them together. And we can say that in this power, he gave this ability to reveal godliness, even the highest levels of godliness, in Alufo Shel Olam, into the world itself. Kamaimah, like it said, Tanya, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Omer, Kol Makom Shegalo Yisrael, wherever the Jewish people went, is God's presence went into exile with them. Galo L'Babel Shechina, that the Shechina went with them in exile into Babylon. The exile, Shechina went with them in exile into Edom. That's where we are now. And that's what we say, Gola also means revealing. Gola means also to reveal. Yesh Gilui Wherever they went, even in Babylon, the Jewish people were able to reveal and the king of the universe. That's just with Daniel, the whole story with Daniel, that the king took he took all the Jews into captivity, and Daniel just knocked them out. Daniel was knocked, and it ended up that Daniel was basically he was the one who set the whole tone for Babylon, and right, he interpreted the dreams and told them what to do, like Joseph did in Egypt. By the way, in the Talmud it says that if the Moshiach comes from the dead, then it could be Daniel. It says if the Moshiach comes from the dead, then it'll be Daniel. And somebody says some people it'll be someone like Daniel, which, by the way, that's one of the proofs that Moshiach can come from the dead. Okay, so it says, Rebbe Shimon said, I am able to protect the whole world from any sort of severity. That's how we ended the class yesterday. We can also, that's the idea of Lag BaOmer. Lag BaOmer is Hod Shebahod. Right? We explained that each one of the 7 weeks of counting the Omer corresponds to one of the 7 emotions of God, and each one of the 7 days of that week corresponds to another aspect of that emotion of that week. So the first week is Chesed, the second week is Gevura, the third week is Tiferet, Netzach, and then we have Hod. The 5th week is Hod, and Hod, that's right, is Hod, and is Hod, and that Hod has 7 aspects to it also, right? 7 days, each day is a different aspect of Hod. So Lag BaOmer always falls out on the day which is Hod Shebahod. Hod Shebahod. Now what Hod, we say it's beauty, splendor, whatever it is, but Hod also means surrender. Surrender. You surrender because you don't, to something that's really good, and you just don't understand it. It's really good, you just surrender yourself to it. Generally speaking, or really powerful, whatever, you don't, above your understanding. That's what Hod Shebahod means. You don't understand how much you don't understand. Surrender of surrender, total surrender. This hints at what's called Hod, also Hodah, surrender. Hodah Shebahod, this means, this is the third aspect we said about Pele, wonders, miracles. When miracles happen, so we totally surrender to God. I remember in Israel, there was like in the 6-Day War, right? So the 6-Day War, so the whole world was knocked out, right? Everybody was knocked out. Amazing miracles. But the Israeli government, they were also knocked out in the beginning. But then they said, yeah, it was amazing. But the amazing thing is that our pilots were so amazingly good. That's what it was. So in other words, they found an explanation. They surrendered. That's Hod. But they found an explanation. Hod Shebahod is something like, I remember with the Scud missiles, right? The Scud missiles. They didn't understand it. It was like the 6-Day War, but they couldn't explain it. There was no explanation. Saddam Hussein shot all these missiles, and they hit exactly where he wanted, and whole buildings came down with the people inside of them, and no one was hurt. It was like what the Lubavitcher Rebbe said. There's nothing to worry about. He didn't use any chemical weapons. No, everyone thought he had chemical weapons, biological weapons, nuclear weapons. The Rebbe said there's nothing to worry about. You don't have to put on gas masks. You can put them on if you want, not to make people afraid, but you don't have to worry. And when it happened, that was Hod Shebahod. They were knocked out and they couldn't find an explanation. The 6-Day War, they found an explanation, right? It was our pilots with this. But here they couldn't find an explanation. That's like Hod Shebahod. What did they do? They forgot it. They just went on. Israeli Jews are stiff-necked, you understand? If a Jew decides he's going to serve God, nothing can move him. But if he decides he's not going to serve God, then the biggest miracles in the world won't help. Like when they left Egypt, they had all these big miracles and they worshiped the golden calf. What are you going to do? That's the Jews. I mean, from this is drawn down afterwards, this olive. First of all, you see the Pella, the miracle. Afterwards, it draws down that God is also understandable. Even the things that we can understand, that's also God, right? The 6-Day War, we can understand it was our pilots. Say, listen, the fact is, it was a big miracle, right? We can make excuses, but the whole thing was just a big miracle. Even the fact that we can make excuses is a miracle. And then it can be also Hod Shebahod. This is the end of what's called the main emotions. This demands a little bit of explanation. I'll try to explain. The 10 Sefirot, what's going on over there? the 10 sfirot correspond to the human personality, but also to the human body. Human body. So the top three, that's the head. And the next three, Chesed, Gavur, Tiferet, that corresponds to the body, especially the right arm, the left arm, the body. Then there's Netzach Hod, that corresponds to the two legs, right leg and left arm, the two thighs. And Yesod, okay, that's the body. Yesod, that corresponds to the organ of procreation, where you make the circumcision, right? That's already considered to be outside of the body. That's going outside of the body. That's procreation to go out of yourself. That's going out. So to speak, up to Hod, that's the body. Now, the same thing is also with God. Right? Now, like I say, you have to take this, don't take it too literally. But the body of God are the sfirot. The 10 sfirot are called the body of God. There's the main body of God, and then there's what goes out. So the main body of God, so to speak, is the 7 emotions. That's the body. You said the intellect is the head. That's the Torah. The emotions. That's more, it's the commandments, positive commandments, negative commandments. So that goes up to Chesed, Gavur, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod. And Yesod, that's already outside of the body. That's out of the body. So counting the Omer, we get to the 5th week, that's Hod. So that's the lowest part of the body. And in Hod itself, the lowest part of Hod, which is still part of the body, is Hod of Hod. Right? Hod Shabbat. And after that, it's Yesod Shabbat. Then it comes outside. Then it's already going outside. So Hod Shabbat, which that's the date of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, that's the aspect of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai of Lag BaOmer. That's Lag BaOmer is always the 33rd day of the Omer. It always comes out on Hod Shabbat. That's the lowest part of the body, so to speak, of God. That's low. It says that's the end of the main emotions of God. And there was the completion of fixing things up. In other words, this kolel kolamidas, this includes all of the 10 aspects until Malchut, Sheba Malchut, because this is fixing up the main body, so to speak, of the Creator and of our soul. Hod Sheba Hod. So Hod, this is also the 5th emotion, and this hints at what it says, the 5th, 1/5 goes to Paro. Is Pariu, is Galin Mine, called the horn. The Paro, we said, is revelation. There's Mila and Priya. So, of course, there's Paro on the side of evil, but Yosef said that from all the riches that are made in Egypt, because Egypt had all the grain in the world, all the food in the world was in Egypt. So people had to come and pay. So it says 1/5 will go to Paro, Chamishit Paro. But Kabbalistically, we can look at this, that this 5th level, which is Hod, goes to Paro. It is revealed. As Priya, it's revealed, all of the lights, that's Perua. Shalamayla, this is above the whole order of creation, which we said before, that's this level of Pella. And this is made in regular set part of the world. Okay, what are we talking about here? And what does the Rebbe want? He doesn't want to make us Kabbalists that we can impress people with our Kabbalistic knowledge. Instead of no, the Rebbe wants us to get excited about what we can't see. The Rebbe wants to get us excited about what true reality is, and we're not seeing true reality. But true reality is the revelation of the Creator. But in order for that to be revealed, reality has to be fixed up. We have to. That's why we're in exile. That's why the soul is in the body. The body is terrible. Exile is terrible. But we're here in order to fix it up, to make it revealed. That's what it means to put the aleph inside of it. Says that's what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai began, and he made his biggest secrets on Hod Sheba Hod. That's fixing up all of the aspects of creation, all the aspects, the body, so to speak, of God. That's the level of Aleph Pella. That's what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai did. He brought the secrets of the Torah. The whole world depends on the Torah, and even more so on the secrets of the Torah. From Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, this is drawn down afterwards, a revelation of the inside of the Torah into all of the generations came afterwards, until the generation of the Arizal, which was like 400 years ago, 450 years ago. Then was drawn down, it says, Mitzvah legalot zot hachachma. Up to the Arizal, Rabbi Yitzchak Luria, he's buried in Tzfat also. As all these secrets were held only by very high people, very pure people. They understood all these secrets of the Torah because they were misused by means of the Arizal, as these secrets of the Torah became available to everyone. And that's especially by means of the Baal Shem Tov. Baal Shem Tov and the Magid. The Baal Shem Tov and the Magid showed that by means of understanding the secrets of the Torah, you become more alive. Your soul becomes activated in this world. You're happier in this world. You have a purpose in this world, not to go to heaven. In fact, to even avoid heaven. You don't want to even think about heaven. That's selfish. The secrets of the world, the secrets of the Torah are really revealed here. That's what the Baal Shem Tov and the Magi did. That's why by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, it was only for special people. Because a person would learn the Kabbalah and he would want to leave the world. Well, all these wonderful ideas in Kabbalah, and the world is so terrible. Right? The Arizal, he opened up the door that it could be revealed in this physical world. But still, it wasn't so much of a happy way for everybody. The books of the Arizal are very difficult to learn. They're very difficult to understand. And in order to put them into a practical way, that's what the Baal Shem Tov did. The Baal Shem Tov, he took the secrets of the Torah and he made them in a practical way that we can bring it into our day-to-day life. And even more, by means of the first Rebbe of Chabad, even more. And the Rebbes that came after, that's learning the inside of the Torah in a way, the secret of the Torah in a way that you can understand these ideas. That's what we're doing. But who are we? How can we understand these ideas? It's miraculous. Alphonsus spreading the well springs out. I remember the first time, like I say, I wasn't religious. And, it took me even a long time just to read. I was pretty messed up. And so it took me a while. As soon as I began to read Hebrew and I went to the classes and I started to understand a little bit, I remember the first time I was sitting and I was reading in my room. I read, I thought, this is Atzilus and Bria. I thought to myself, it's like I can feel it like today. How am I learning this stuff? How can I understand? How can I be learning this that I actually understand from this holy, incredible person? These ideas are in my mind. I couldn't believe that it was happening. I couldn't believe that it's happening. I'm learning about Atzilus, Bria, Yetzirah. To take these ideas and bring them down, and that's what it means. The Baal Shem Tov said to spread your wellsprings, and there's the teachings, to the lowest places. What's the lowest places? The lowest places are human intellect. Even the lowest people, Kochos and Nefesh, his soul powers, until even the animal soul, until the lowest parts of the world. And that's what's going on now, right? If someone would stand up in the United Nations and say, the land of Israel belongs to us because God gave us to us, right? And everybody will say, God, what do you bring God into the United Nations? Well, this is some sort of a synagogue. Go to the synagogue, talk about God. What are you talking about God over here? He says, no, that's the whole point. God is creating you and he's creating the world. Where'd you learn that? It says so in Likkutei Torah. It says so in the Tanya. What's the Tanya? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You exist, yes. Well, God is creating you. And God said that Israel belongs to the Jews. If the Rebbe said that if someone would do this, that the United Nations would agree. The United Nations would agree. And when Bibi Netanyahu, in fact, he did say it 20 years ago, something like that, they stood up and they gave him a clapping ovation. He came back to Israel, he gave them the Moy Shechem. But nevertheless, they believed it. And that's the power of Hasidut. Why did he do it? Because the Rebbe told him to do it. That's what it means, revealing godliness in the lowest of the lowest places in the world. Then that there'll be a complete redemption, a complete and total and true redemption of the Jewish people and consequently of the whole entire world. Right? People won't be applauding. I mean, it's just the levels of insanity are now. People are applauding and they're screaming, standing up We have to support the Hamas. These people are so wonderful. And, it's just in mass and the universities and the places where it's supposed to be the highest level of intelligence, the leaders of mankind, they're supposed to come from the university. They have the proper attitude and outlook and view and values of the world. That's what's supposed to be. They use their minds. These are the top of the top, right? And what are they using to justify and to get excited about and to connect to the lowest of the low? The lowest of the low. When these Hamas guys, when they burning children, raping, they were doing with joy. Even the Nazis didn't have joy in doing what they did. Joy, they were happy, they were enjoying it, they loved it, and it's on video. They were proud of it. The videos came from them, right? They had on their helmets, they had cameras, and some of them got killed. And then we got the videos from there. They showed it. I couldn't bear myself to watch it, but I talked to a lot of people that saw it. And the universities are justifying that. I mean, it's just the utmost degree of insanity and that there could possibly be, right? And by them, everybody believes that they have all these dead people. There's no pictures. There's nothing. They show a bunch of garbage bags, which are, straight, and they say these are dead people, and they have like 20 of them. You see this, the 20. There's really 20,000. This is just a small example. So no show the and who knows who killed them. That everybody believes. They're all crazy. But so that's the whole idea, to spread godliness out, that people are interested only in the truth. They're not interested in anything else except for the truth. And what is the truth? That God is creating us. That's the ultimate truth. And not just the truth that the Hamas are worse than animals, and that everybody's supporting this insanity, right? That's the biggest lie possible. Okay, that's one type of truth, but that's not the truth that we're after. That's talking about turning from bad. We're talking about doing good, putting the aleph in, the goodness in the world. And that's what's going to reveal. That's what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai put, the godliness in the world, the aleph, the alufo shel olam, alufo chachachma, the pele. The kach knows of this, and we can also add another thing on, that by means of the Rebbes of Chabad, and those people who, the first Rebbe of Chabad, and to our generation, where the Rebbe insisted on saying that the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, he was the real last Rebbe, and that he himself, the Rebbe himself the Rebbe himself, he's just, filling the chair of the previous Rebbe until he comes back. He said that a lot of times. But nevertheless, he said until the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, that he's the leader of our generation, until the revelation of the inside of the Torah. Every Rebbe of Chabad said tens and tens, even hundreds of Hasidic discourses explaining these Kabbalistic ideas in a practical way. And this to inspire our love, etc. And it adds on from year to year until these generations, by means of Kitvei Yad, the handwritten memoriam of the Rebbe's that were printed and are being printed now. There was a lot of books of Hasidut that were redeemed, that were revealed. There's still a lot more in Russia, but in Russia, Putin allowed them to go in and take pictures of all the pages. They got pictures. So we have a lot of Hasidut that's coming out. But Uba Kamor, like we said before, that they draw down the wonders of the Torah and understanding and grasping until all the powers of the soul, Chachma, Bina, emotions, like the language of the first Rebbe of Chabad, which is known, it says, Maskila Eitan Ezrachi. It says, Maskila, it's words of the Psalm, but he used these three words to explain what Chassidut does. Maskil le'eitan ezrachi. Maskil, let's say a song to Eitan was a person. His name was Eitan ha'ezrachi, but he explained it in a little bit differently. He said, Eitan is the power, the inner power, the essence of the soul. Eitan means power. And that's this aspect of Pele. And in this aspect of Pele, there's also maskil. What's maskil? That by means of the koach maskil, by means of a your intellect, you can take from Eitan, which is the essence of the soul, and Maskil, you can bring it into understanding, and you can even Ezrachi means also to shine. Mazriach lakol hakochot, it will shine into all of your powers of your soul and all of your senses. Koach hamaskil, the power of intellect, which is above the source of intellect, which is above even intellect itself. It's the source, will be drawn from above understanding into understanding. And that will be, even though this will be only in the future, but this nevertheless affects even right now. So what does it mean? That people will rely on God, people will be happy with God, they'll live with God. Simply, it means by learning Torah in generally, and especially by learning, understanding the ideas of Chassidut, which that's what we're doing every morning, according to the way it's revealed, and generally by means of to look at the face of the Rebbe, the face of the previous Rebbe, the face of the Rebbe, pictures of them. It says the face, Chachmas Adam Teir Panav, that this adds on also in learning the Torah, the face. It says the people went to see Rabbi Shimon because the face of Rabbi Shimon was like the face of the Shekhinah, it says. Man Pnei Adon, who is the face of God, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. The Rebbe was, he was the Machdarna Mechavre the Chazite the Rabbi Meir Meachore. He says Rebbe, he was the greatest of the Rebbe's because he saw the face of Rabbi Meir. He said, but he saw not the face, but the backside. When he was sitting and learning, he saw the back of Rabbi Meir. He said, if I would have seen the front of Rabbi Meir, I would be even greater than I am now. Like it says, that your eyes should see your leader. So it's good to have a picture of the great people of Israel on your wall. You have a picture of the Baba Sali, a picture of the Ben Ish Chai, a picture of Reb Moshe Feinstein, right? These people are great people. Have pictures of them and look at them, and it inspires you to be something like them. Kolo, this includes also the revelation of the Paul, and of course to have a picture of the Rebbe. You know, that's why Chabad Hasidim have pictures of the Rebbe on their walls, because it's really a picture of yourself. It's a picture of yourself, how potentially you can be. Not to the same level as the Rebbe, but the same level as you. Like the famous saying by Rabbi Zusha Nepoli said, when I go to heaven after I die, they're not going to ask me why I wasn't Moses or why I wasn't Rabbi Akiva. They're going to ask me why I wasn't Zusha, why I wasn't myself. To reveal the power of the Creator in the creation in a way that we can see. We'll see that everything is a miracle. Even more, revelation of the essence of God, which is in every physical creation. Atzmut b'yesha nivra. And everything in the world, every cat, every whatever, is the essence of God. God is creating everything. Hu levado, God in his power alone is in his ability to create everything, something from nothing. And everything is being created something from nothing. And this begins with the service of every single Jew when he wakes up in the morning, turning from bad and doing good. And this we're going to have to continue tomorrow. We'll see where we are here. God, we're Friday, right? We're going to continue this tomorrow. Beautiful sikha, and we will finish it. Yes, we will. It's not much left to go. There's not much left to go. Actually, maybe we should do it now. No, we're not going to do it. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Maybe we'll add something else tomorrow. So let's do the Yom Yom. One second. What am I doing here? Here we go.
Recording.